Hi guys, it's your boy Hey Crispin, rapping here live. Of course, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing wonderfully today. Of course, your boy Crispin is here again with another new content, a new person in the building. So don't go anywhere. Crispin got a lot of things to say today. I will be right back. In case you just tuned, this is Crispin 360, and of course, this is Crispin's channel. This way we talk about recipes, fashion, lifestyle, travel, podcast, and everything. But on today's topic, on today's episode, okay, I have Ivan, as he said earlier on, his name is Ivan from Ukraine. We're going to be talking about his life. We are going to delve into his life, moving from Ukraine into Belgium and what he encounters or his obstacles. So, without time being wasted, let's just jump into it right now. In case you just tuned into my channel, this is Crispin 360. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. Tell your friends and family that Crispin is here to stay, and I got you all guys covered. All right, guys, let's jump right into it. So, Ivan, welcome to Crispin 360.
Thanks.
And I know it was not planned. It was just like an impromptu thing.
Yeah.
And then we are here to. Here we are trying to make this a quick one. Okay. So could you tell my viewers, actually anybody who subscribes to my channel is called a Crispinator because I'm called Crispin, right? So
Yeah,
anybody who subscribes to my channel is called a Crispinator. So you are now part of the Crispinator family, okay?
Still.
So I want us to just take it back a little before we start filming. We talk about your life in Ukraine and all that. So can you just like rewind the track, take us back a little bit into Ukraine life? What were you doing? Where did you grow up, and how was life growing up in your side of the world?
Okay, thanks for question, but honestly, it was a really, really long story. I even don't know how it how we can tell everything about it like super short, but I will try. So I am from Ukraine. Last 6 years, I was living in capital of Ukraine in biggest city, kind of our megapolis stuff is Kiev, our beautiful, super progressive, extremely high technology city, Kiev. And before it, I was living in Dnipro. We called it second business capital of Ukraine. So we have like cultural capital, business capital, and capital, main capital. So, and last 6 years, I was working as a music video director. I did a music video editor. I do a lot of music video, advertisement, commercials, and stuff. My wife was she was designer of hand watches, and we had pretty good life. Like we spend time with the friends, with the family. We like hang out. We go into the parties. We work in all this like typical
like normal, typical people, like a young people.
So. The only worries was like what we gotta eat in this evening. So kind of not problem at all. And unfortunately, in the end of the February in 2022. We started seeing a lot of bad news about probably Russia will invade in Ukraine or something. But again, that it sounds so surrealistic. We did not believe that it even can be true. But the pressure inside of society, inside of Kiev, Ukraine, and we started to be nervous. And I was like, tell to my wife, you know what? I guess now it's probably best time of to be guest of my aunt in France. I didn't see her like for 15 years, but I feel that right now is pretty accurate time to go
for a visit, right?
Yeah,
because I don't think you were planning to stay there.
Yeah, last time I seen my aunt like 5 or 7 years ago, and we are not supports kind of communication to one each other, but still is. And I spoke with my relatives, with the father and mother of my wife. I was like, you know what? We want to go to Poland, to Warsaw. And they were like, why? And we were like, because we think war will start like now or today or tomorrow. And they're like, okay, Like go there, and just in case if nothing will gonna happen, you will just visit Europe. I never been in Europe at all. Like I'm 28 years old, and in 2021 I was first time in my life in Egypt. It was my first like foreign country.
I've been to Egypt before.
Yeah, and
Very, very beautiful place to be in Egypt. Very, very beautiful place. I lived there for 6 months.
depends on city.
Yes, I was in Cairo. I think I went to Cairo. I went to Luxor. I went to Aswan. I went to Hurghada.
Hurghada.
It was so good. You know, Egypt is very, very. In case you haven't been to Egypt, what are you waiting for? Like you said, it's a very beautiful place. You guys should really go there and explore Egypt. All right.
And all my friends, they start to say like, "Hey man, don't panic. It's all like informational campaign. Everything should be fine. Like just do not get on pressure. Like it's everything fine." And somebody tell me like, "Wow, you're a tough guy. Kinda. You leave everything. Your flat, your friends, your family, your work. Your my best computer. I left my best computer setup now, and I cannot play in my favorite games."
So basically, you really, I mean, it sounds as if you really enjoyed your. I mean, obviously, if I'm from Ghana, obviously, and I enjoy my country, I enjoy my family and my friends. This is why I went to school. My classmates, my colleagues, my church members, everybody's in Ghana. So migrating from my country to a foreign country, obviously, it's gonna be difficult because I know nobody. So it takes time for me to grow up and get to know people and get to get comfortable in my skin with people. So I kind of understand where you came from. Okay, so now that you grew up, I mean, you grew up in Ukraine, you had your education in Ukraine, you were
All my
a
life.
music director, right? Actually, a video director.
Music video director.
Okay, so after that, now, when did all this war thing start in Ukraine? Can you just take us from there? And why did you move to Belgium?
I moved in I mean, there's a ton of kind of extremely random stuff going on, and that's why I'm in Belgium. I even did, in 2022, I even cannot show by my finger where Belgium is on the Europe map. Like I didn't know what the country like even exists. Like something in Europe, like chocolate beer, okay, but that's all I know about Belgium. And thing is that it's hard to remember that my wife, she has a sister, and her boyfriend, he's American, but he lived in Belgium.
Okay.
Yeah, and he told me like, if you will if you will be in Belgium, like somehow you can always come to my flat.
Oh,
and I was like, yeah, man, sure, like,
Sure, so
see,
sweet.
see you next year.
Yeah.
Like, see, and I was like, I will never think. I think like, well, probably this was first and the last time when I say this dude. No, not at all. And when war will start, we come directly to this dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's nice. I mean, I totally get it, and I mean, now we know. Now you have decided to come to Belgium with your wife, obviously, and when you got into Belgium, was there some kind of cultural shock? Was there something that you saw new in Belgium that is not in Ukraine?
First of all, our final destination was France.
Yeah, but before you answer this question, in case you just tune in, this is Crispin 360, and we have here in the studio Ivan from Ukraine, and he's a survivor, and he's in Belgium now, living his life. I guess he's very happy now, and I'm just trying to get to know his life and trying to delve into his business. So that's why we are here today. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, subscribe, like, and share, tell your friends and family, and we are good to go. Okay, all right, let's continue with our conversation. I'm really enjoying this conversation right now with him, and I'm getting to know his country because I have never been to Ukraine before.
I never was in Ghana.
Well, you see, so it's always, and is Ukraine is in Eastern Europe, right? Is it Eastern Europe, Asia, or something?
No, it's not Asia, but it's Eastern Europe.
I know Russia is not Asia. I'm just like, because it's close to China.
Not some.
A little bit to China, right? On the map.
Yeah, sure, closer than Portugal, but.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just curious, and you guys speak Ukrainian, right?
I speak Ukrainian. All my life, I spoke Russian.
Russian.
Yeah.
So Ukrainian and Russian, you guys have what is very common about Ukrainian and what is the same thing?
The thing is that before war, it was absolutely fine to speak Russian in Ukrainian. Like I was born and raised and like study, learn like all my life, all my waiting. Like I say, first time in my life, I love you in Russian. Like all my life was in Russian language. But thing is that in our constitution we have only one language. It's Ukrainian.
Okay.
It's all post-Soviet Union stuff that they say like, okay, Soviet Union, it means a lot of different countries like Kazakhstan, Ukraine, Belarus, or Chechnya, Turkmenistan, no matter. Thing is that all those countries, they speak Russian, like natively. And all my life, I thought that Ukrainian language is kind of for village people, for rednecks, for not educated people. But when war started, we realized that how we was brainwashed all this time. Like we have our kind of really beautiful, really kind of nice to hear language. And
Yeah.
all of my life I hear like propaganda from TV news that Russian language is kind of for elite.
Yeah, elite people. Yeah.
And I starting to I didn't ask myself for all my life why my kind of native language it's for poor or stupid people. Like it's just no logic at all.
Yeah.
And now after war we started to speak with my friend more Ukrainian. We canceled Russian language, and I even did not expect how it's really good. A lot of we also cancel Russian music in our like, because we understand when we listen Russian music like in Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music, they receive some money. They spend this money in Russian economy, and it's going to rockets. Like they pay taxes, etc. So we cancel all Russian culture, and we start to like investigate and be and we started everything from the beginning, and we even didn't know how good our language was.
Yeah,
how a lot of
right.
poetry, literature, movies, music we just spent because
Wow.
it was hide.
Yeah.
Now it's opened, and we're so excited to hear
Wow.
it. Yeah.
That's very interesting. And I mean, I've not been to your country before, but from what you are saying, I could just picture it in my mind going to Ukraine one day. One day. Just one day. So can you take us through your journey from Ukraine to Belgium? How did you get you? Did you go to different countries or something?
Yeah, before Belgium, we was in Poland, and
Okay.
like I always thought in Ukraine, I don't know why we have this kind of. We have Ukraine and we have Europe. Kind of
Okay.
Europe is not Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of something else. But when I was in Czech Republic in Poland, I was like the same, almost the same as Ukraine. Like maybe like roads is better, maybe grocery sometimes more like high quality, but in total like it's just the same or even worse. If we talk about bank system or service system or supermarket, them in Ukraine you can go in grocery shop 24 hour
Yeah, like
per 7. There is no
closing.
no
Yeah.
it's working like in the middle of the night,
Uh-huh.
from the morning. If you need to transfer money, man, you can just take my iPhone. I shake my phone with your iPhone. Money gets transferred immediately without
Very
any
accessible.
commission. Yeah, for
Wow.
everybody and for free. And all Ukrainians were like, it's still not so good. It's still. I mean, they even don't know how they trying to upgrade it, but
Yeah.
it's still working. But okay, how I get to the Belgium, and I was in Berlin. I mean, our direction was final destination was France, and
Okay.
this way was across of Belgium. So, like Poland, Berlin, and we go into Belgium. But before we go into the Belgium, it was 24th of February when I was in Berlin, and we already start to like pick up our stuff and go into Belgium. My sister called me in 7 a.m. and she was like, Ivan, it starts. Like war, it's begun.
Oh.
And I was like,
I can't come back.
Like, what do you mean? How you recognize that war is started? She's like, how, man? I open the window, I see rockets. Like everything is get on fire. Like this Sarina, like it's so obvious to understand that this war is started, and
Wow.
we just stuck in the phones and we just scroll the news, and
It was all over the news, all over the place, everywhere.
we didn't sleep the whole night because we
Yeah,
didn't.
your families are also there, you know.
Yeah,
You're thinking
yeah.
about everything. I totally get it, you know. I mean, nobody wants to leave their family behind. And when you are comfortable or you are safe and your family is not safe, it doesn't really make sense, right? Wow. And I mean, so this is what happened. So you came to Belgium through. I mean, from various countries, you came to Belgium, and now you are in Belgium now. So how is Belgium treating you now?
First time when we get in Belgium was in Brussels, and like Brussels is pretty kind of not solid city. Somewhere it's kind of big towers.
And it's,
yeah. Sometimes it's kind of
I know, right?
really dirty and bad.
You
place.
tell me. I know it. I know Brussels very well. Yeah. I used to live there.
Yeah.
So.
And we was in Turkish district, and honestly, it was pretty dirty, but it was not so far from the center, and I still cannot understand what, like, people are so calm, because I speak with my friends from Ukraine. They're like, rockets, everybody rockets, like missile attacks.
And yeah, it's calm, you know.
And people there, like, and they even like walking slowly. They just do everything slowly. And shops closing, like grocery stores close in 8 a.m. And like, why they like closing so early?
It's you know, Belgium. When I also moved to Belgium, I had the same problem. You know, like everything closes very early. Like night shop starts from 10 o'clock. You know, so it's difficult for me to also, you know. So I totally understand where you're coming from. So now that you've seen all these experiences in life and all that, you're now in Belgium here with your family and all that. What do you miss about Ukraine?
Honestly, probably like if we do not talk about like friends, family, and the stuff, but because it's first like family first, probably technology, bank system, grocery shop system. But first of all, thing is, it's everything here. It's really old. Like
in ancient.
In Ukraine, we didn't use like paper letters in mailboxes for I don't know decades.
I know, right?
It's too old.
Yeah,
Everything in Ukraine is going like
digital.
Yeah. We have even you know, in parliament we have even how it's called, separate piece in the government which responsible for digitalization. Like all what we had paperwork, they exchange it to a digital stuff.
They switch.
Yeah, they switch. First of all, because you're will save a lot of papers, save a lot of trees, and
recycling.
Some people, will get lost the work, probably, but think is that you don't care. You don't care about weekends today or not. Like all the government services is acceptable for you. Like 24 hour per day, 7 day per week. Like there's no weekends because all the stuff doing by robots.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I mean, this is a very interesting conversation. I never had this before with anybody, so it's actually my first time having this kind of conversation on my channel. And I mean, I must say, I really enjoyed this chat, and I mean, it's nobody wants to have a war in their country, right? Nobody, but unfortunately, our people, our governments, you know, it happens. I know what's gonna happen in my country, so I shouldn't be happy about what's happening in Ukraine, because it can happen to Ghana, it can happen to anywhere in the world, and I'm just praying that things will just get back into how it used to be, and I mean, be okay again. Okay, so what is the last thing you can say to people on my channel or to yourself? What can you say to people out there about Ukraine war and everything? Just something simple. What can you say?
I don't want to talking about like all this military stuff. I mean, it's really important, but probably is not current topic of this channel. But I want to say that people just watching on the news and believe only
the media.
Do not. I mean, if you saw some hot topics, please, first of all, trying to find the like ground zero, the source, and checked whole information, because a lot of information cannot be true.
So you mean the media is always manipulating it,
Now,
or they just exaggerate it?
you need to always check. Like you need to do fact checking.
Yeah, that's true. Very, very true.
And thing is that I'm not from any political party or something, but all I want to say that now I'm working. I was in Germany, I was in Poland, I was in Czech, I was in France, in Netherlands. People there, and small remark. I met. I was in the New Year in Amsterdam, and the people there was so glad. They do fireworks.
Yeah.
And ways they put fireworks, man. I saw Ukrainians on the street. They were like,
Yeah, because of the it's like a trauma.
they're scared.
Yeah,
They
the trauma.
They
Yeah.
think it's a rocket, and
Yeah.
it's like can kill them. And I felt the same, but I never was in Ukraine. I never even hear the siren or rocket launcher attack and something. I'm thinking that I'm talking. I just want to say to you, how people in Europe who feel calm, just please always have like keep in your mind that you're calm, your good mood. It's probably all because Ukrainian soldiers kind of protect Ukrainian territory, and if Ukraine, for example, Ukraine will not lose for sure, because I mean, for these days we see the strategy stuff, but thinking that just remind please people from Europe, or I don't know, maybe you're not from Europe, just remind how it's work when one country is just starting to be shield to other country. If Ukraine will fall, the next country probably will be like Poland, Czech Republic, Germany, and everybody should understand that we have a lot of support from different countries, and we like infinity thankful to everybody for the military support, financial support. It's really good. But we Ukrainians, our soldiers, my friends, first of all, they paid with their lives. It's only one thing that you cannot like compensate.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
very true.
we now Ukraine is kind of big shield for the Europe Union, and I hope that everybody will watch more news, and I hope that I really hope there in future will be people who say like I'm out of the politics. It's not taking me, because it's taking everybody. So yeah, it's pretty sad topic, but it's true.
Yeah.
This time.
I totally feel it right now. This energy is very.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, thank you very much for coming to Crispin's 360. And I mean, I'm sure you and my viewers have actually learned. I mean, I and my viewers actually learned a lot of things from this problem in Ukraine now. And I mean, hopefully, let's just take it to perspective. It could happen to anybody, like I said earlier on. It could happen in Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Europe, China, everywhere. So we are all not safe, actually. So let's just be nice to people and all that. So I mean, once again, thank you very much for coming to my channel, and I really appreciate what you just shared today. And of course, guys, if you're new to my channel, this is Crispin 360, and like I said earlier on, try to subscribe, like, and share, tell your friends and family. And of course, if you have any questions, leave your questions on the comment section down below, and I'm gonna answer you guys. Okay. All right, guys, we have come to the end of Crispin's another beautiful episode of Crispin 360, and of course, I love you guys, and stay safe. Very, very important for me. And then, of course, on to the next episode of Crispin 360. We have to sign out and say bye, all.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys. Hi, guys. Your boy here, Crispin, repping here live. Of course, it's a new beautiful day, and of course, Crispin has a lot of, goodies in the basket. And today, I have this wonderful person here, and my name is Crispin, obviously, and he is.
I'm Ivan from Ukraine.
Good. And today we're going to be talking about his life, about moving from Ukraine to Belgium and all that we really need to know. A lot of people have a lot of questions about this Ukraine thing. So, and we don't have answers. He has been a witness, and we're going to hear his side of the story about the whole thing. And then he's like,